Hello friends, and welcome back to a new video. So this one is going to be a little bit fun for me, a little bit differente, because you guys know I love to do my vlogs and everything, but a lot of you have been asking about an updated workout routine, especially because I've been just posting things here and there on Instagram and YouTube. And my family and I are actually going on a little end of summer vacation to Destin next week on Wednesday, so I figured it'd be smart to kill two birds with one stone and make this video here, kind of make it a days in my life vlog, just showing you guys my workouts and what I eat, just so you can get the know-how if you've been wondering. But let me disclaim, as always, that this is not something you need to follow bar for bar if you want to look like me. This is the first time in what feels like forever I can truly look at my body and be like, I am confident, I'm okay to walk outside, I deserve to take up space, all the things. If somebody asked me to go to the beach or pool right now, I would not hesitate. I would not have to overthink or starve myself for the next 3 days just to justify going to the pool. Like, I could go right now in all my glory, and that is something I truly thank God for, because I never thought I would get back to this point in my life. But with that, I hope you're not watching this with the intent to punish yourself, make yourself feel bad about yourself, and I'm not sharing these things to put those emotions onto you either. I know exactly what it feels like to be in your place, and trust me when I say it will get better. Like, I promise it will get better. As long as you are keeping the intention that you want to eventually get better at some point and are doing the work both mentally and physically to make sure you get there, I promise you it'll happen. With that, I'd also like to disclaim that I'm obviously not a professional, not a scientist, but I really do love science-based fitness and nutrition, so I'm going to be throwing in my little tidbits as I go through this, but do know that this is still very subjective and very anecdotal because all of us are so different, so that's something to consider. And also, I have gotten this current state with how I eat and how I decide to move my body through years and years and years of trial and error, learning more about my body as I go, learning more about my needs as I go. That's what the subjectiveness is, and that is something you're going to have to find out for yourself too. I'm going to be giving you little tips and know-hows as I go through this, so it's something you can think about, but again, you have to kind of just go through it yourself. Obviously, get professional help if you need it. And again, like I said, this is low stakes. I'm just trying to tone up a little bit before I go. I'm still happy with how I look right now. I just know I could look better, because the way I look right now is a result of just a lot of rest. So here in August, I'm just kind of getting back into things, getting back on track to my typical instead of that regressed routine I was kind of in. This is true to what I would normally do. This is not something out of the ordinary. This is not some crash diet. This is me going back to my fundamentals, and that's what this is. And the consistency in this routine is what allowed me to finally see changes in my body, finally, after years and years and years of trial and error. And I will be doing before and afters, so if those are things you don't want to see, and again, just the discussion of food, body image, and the like, I will put timestamps for you to skip through. With that said, we are both going to start the video today, but this little sit down is kind of the prologue to everything, or prelogue, whatever, so that while I'm just kind of haphazardly showing you things through the video, you can understand the context. But let's get into it. So today is Monday, August 11th. It is currently 2:20 p.m. I have not eaten a single thing today, and that is with good reason, don't worry. So this is going to just be me telling you the frame of routine I'm working with, the context of the things that I do, why I do them. So first, let me start with my workout split. I still stay true to the strength training 3 times a week. I bumped up from 1 required run a week to 2. I don't work out individual body parts because I think that is such a waste of time. I just do compound movements mostly to work multiple body parts in mixture with isolated movements. So Monday's upper body, that's arms, shoulders, back, core, everything from the waist up. Tuesday, I do an easy run. Sometimes that easy run is like a more progression run that's like easy to steady state. We're staying in zone 2, low zone 3 heart rates for these 3 to 5 miles. Wednesday is lower body day. That's your hammies, your booty, your calves, everything from the waist down. Thursday is my active rest day. I say active because I do a non-negotiable 10K 20 steps a day, every single day except Sunday. That is the one thing I've added into this entire New Year's goal for me, and it's made a game changer of a difference. And then Friday is a full body strength day. So this is kind of a freestyle day. Sometimes it will just be a full body strength workout with dumbbells, but sometimes it's Pilates, sometimes it's another run if I feel like running. It's really whatever I feel like doing, but some form of a full body workout. And then Saturday are my running workouts, like proper speed workouts, tempo workouts. It can be a VO2 max workout as opposed to my easy chill Tuesday runs. And then Sunday is a proper rest day. I don't even wear my Apple Watch on Sunday. And while the days of things change, the capacity in which I do them remains the same. And when I say that, I mean I might not do my easy run on Tuesday. I might do my easy run on Wednesday or even Thursday. Sometimes I'll switch around my active rest day. So all these things are intuitive but non-negotiable in just their overall structure. Now, to the point of you might be wondering as to why I haven't eaten yet and it's 2:20. Yeah. It's because I also do intermittent fasting. But again, this is very intuitive. I do try to make sure that I'm eating around the same times every single day. So now my body has kind of naturally acclimated to that 16-8 fasting window. Fasting for 16 hours and eating amongst the 8 hours of your day. But when I say it's intuitive, I mean in a sense of I still listen to my body. If I wake up hungry and I'm only like 10 hours into a fast, I will still make breakfast. I'm not gonna sit there and just like ignore my body screaming at me to eat something. Even now, I am not hungry right now, or at least I wasn't hungry like an hour ago and all this morning because I had food at 1 a.m. I mean a proper meal. We had Mexican from a restaurant and I had leftovers, so I ate my leftovers while I was watching some YouTube. So obviously I'm not gonna wake up hungry. Now my stomach is growling and I will eat after I record this. It's a huge thing that helps me with knowing when to eat and being consistent with my meal times so I can have some sort of routine and structure that my body is used to. You obviously don't have to fast. Now I have the wherewithal to not be so strict about it and force things that my body doesn't need. In that same breath though, I also do intuitively eat, but do not confuse intuition with recklessness. I know the goals I want to achieve. I know the aesthetics I'm looking for, and I know the workouts that I need to do. So I have to eat according to those things. I can't just fill my gas tank with junk and then expect it to function properly. You know what I mean? I eat a dessert every single day. I eat ice cream, donuts, cookies, like chips, like literally everything. But it's just a case of what does my body need first? Like what does it need first? And then I'll get what I want after. If I have a run or I've just finished a run, I'm going to make sure I get my carbs, fat, and protein in right after that run. And then if I'm wanting a little cookie afterwards or a donut or two afterwards, I will eat them. I finally have healed my brain to truly see food as fuel. Everything I put in my body is for a reason, and that's where the intention comes in. It is, yes, intuitive. I'm going to eat what I want, but I need to be intentional in the reason why I'm eating those things. Does that make sense? I also don't count calories. After years of doing it, I do know the numbers in my head, but do I actively track? There's no number in my head, at least that I'm going out of my way to track every single little thing I eat. Like I said, it's very intuitive. The only thing I don't eat, I guess consume, is like full sugar soda. I think that is such a waste of time because I'm like, a bottle of Pepsi Max, 45 to 60 grams of sugar in it is my wild guess. Girl, I'll just eat a donut or two. If I'm gonna eat added sugar, bro, I'm gonna make it a solid. I don't like drinking my sugar. And again, about the 10K steps, I don't care if you have to walk around your neighborhood. I don't care if you walk around the mall. I don't care if you have to pace back and forth in your living room. I literally jog in place while I watch YouTube videos. There's one thing I want to make sure of though that you take away from this is that movement is so important. If you're not used to moving, especially if you're not used to moving intentionally, I really want you to get into the habit of doing that. Even if we're doing our workouts, like really good ones, you know, burning a considerable amount of active calories, you can't just do a workout and then lay in bed for the rest of the day. That's not good for your TD, your total daily energy expenditure. You need your body to still keep functioning and doing things throughout the day. If you're just sitting in bed all day, it's like, oh, I don't need to do anything, because they're not. Nothing's gonna happen. It's good just overall for your health. There's just so many benefits to make sure you're getting those steps in. So if you're not used to this, I will say let's start with like 5,000 or 6,000. But if you're really wanting to ramp up the numbers, because those were my numbers before, get up to 10K. Because even on a run, bro, I can get up to 12,000. So I think that's all the prefacing I need to do. Let's freaking go. Okay, so this is the first meal. We're about to break our fast at 3:08 p.m. I was still kind of craving what I had yesterday at the restaurant, so I just made mine at home. This is a very typical meal for me. You saw the process. I kind of like wanted a teriyaki Asian fusion situation too, so I used that with the sauce. I'm gonna eat this, and I saw we have cherries, so I'm probably gonna have cherries after, and I'm also gonna make sure that I drink this bottle of water before I start eating, since I haven't had water today yet. Sometimes you're a lot hungrier than you think you are because you're also dehydrated. I'm in my bed because I'm gonna watch a YouTube video, like a long one. And again, officially breaking my fast. 3:11. It was supposed to end at 5, but we're at 14 hours and 9 minutes. Usually I kind of just sit here and eat until I get bored. This is my last one. Not super stuffed, but like definitely there's food in there, you know? Okay, hello guys. It is 7:35 right now and we have a lot going on. So I'm in the kitchen because I'm about to prep my dinner and also my dessert for tonight. I saw that we got some chocolate chip cookies. So I'm gonna show you guys my Ninja Creamy recipe that I use to make my Greek yogurt, frozen yogurt ice cream situation. This is just light from Great Value Walmart. And I usually also mix it with a scoop of just regular ice cream since it has all like the binding gums and stuff in it. This is Breyer's no sugar added. I did not buy this. I told my mother that we like Breyer's. I never told her to get no added sugar. She does not listen to me. So I'm gonna do 2 parts of this, 1 part of this. It's gonna be in the deep freezer while I work out. That way when I come out, I can just put it in my Ninja Creamy and it'll be good. Crack some freaking chocolate chip cookie on there and I'm good. For dinner, I had pre-made some salmon fillets for the week about 2 days ago. So I'm gonna have salmon, broccoli, and potatoes. And also, I need to run around in circles in the living room because I'm only at 2,000 steps right now. Literally so much is happening. I got way into editing this video. Time passed me, so. All right, it's workout time, baby. So again, I do work in supersets and like to do compound movements. I'm going to post the screenshot of the full workout on the screen if you want to save it. For weights, I'll normally do 10 to 15 pounds and then use 20s for my heavier things. So for these supersets, I'm using a timer of 50 seconds, but if you don't want a timer and you want to count reps, do 12 to 15 for each of these movements. When you're doing supersets, you're working in sets of 2, so do those first 2 workouts for the reps you need, taking 15 to 30 seconds rest between each workout, but we're going to do 45 seconds to 1 minute rest between each set. Depending on your fitness level, you want to finish to mild discomfort or failure. I do mild discomfort because I hate failure training. If this is not something you see yourself doing and you'd like to follow along instead, as always, I highly recommend MadFit on YouTube. Her workouts are actually so good and effective. It's what I used when I first started working out again. And then there's also Savannah Pasante on Instagram and TikTok. I do those sometimes when I'm feeling lazy or just want to switch up from my normal routine. And as always, please make sure to focus on form. You want to have that mind to muscle connection. If you're feeling it in areas you're not supposed to be feeling it in, make sure you're being mindful of which muscles you're flexing and using to perform these movements. That's what makes home training just as effective as going to the gym, is really honing in on your form and making each movement intentional. In case y'all thought I was playing. Post dinner. Getting the last of my steps in while I'm watching YouTube videos. We have a run today. If you're judging me, it's because you're stinky. This is an extremely close angle, disregard. So if I'm gonna be honest, most of the time I do run fasted, because if I know I'm having a run tomorrow, I will carb load the day before. It's just my personal stomach preferences. I feel like I just do better on an empty stomach, especially because I usually get bubble guts once I'm done. So I don't want to eat something to trigger that. However, today is just going to be a 3-mile recovery run, trying to keep my heart rate around like 155, 150, super slow pace, because I did a little bit threshold long run 6 miles on Saturday, and because I didn't eat as much as I thought I would yesterday, that's why I'm having this today. But I don't recommend you run fasted. It's just something I realized is better for my stomach. But before tempos and VO2 maxes, abso-freaking-lutely. And if I do anything more than 3 miles, absolutely fuel. This is my favorite. I freaking love peanut butter. Oh my gosh, I freaking pray. Okay. And also, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm only fasted for like 10 hours now. It's 8:32. You gotta break your fast sometimes. That's what I mean when I say I'm not super strict on it. Just for reference, this is how slow I'm going. 2. I just want to make it incredibly clear that I am not having a good time right now. First of all, it's humid as I don't know what, and I keep sweating, and there's no wind. I think it's already 80, and the sun's not even out yet. I think I'm almost done with mile 2. Oh, no, we're not. It's 165. Shit, mile 3. Almost done with mile 3. I'm at 293. Let's go. All done. Time to go home now. So I've been made aware that I'm set to have my period on Thursday of this week. The good news is that I will be off of it by the time we leave for the trip. The bad news is that it's going to put a bit of a damper in things. Yeah, ludo phase will do it to you. So it's going to slow down things a bit. I usually just do Pilates, stretching, and walking on my period, and then I do like standing workouts. But it's just something to consider, so keep that in mind for the rest of the video. You guys know we are in massive struggle meal territory right now. Okay, so it is currently, I think, 6:50 something right now. Last time we spoke, or last time I ate something, it was like 3 o'clock. I've taken a nap since then. That run took me out more than I expected it to. Paid requests for Egtopia are open right now, so I was emailing back people and editing videos. And to be honest, I'm not hungry. Like, I would prefer not to eat something because I'm just not hungry. And I'm also just feeling so sluggish. Like, all the period symptoms are hitting me at once. But I am eating this because I know I should, since I've only had like one proper meal today. This is literally just, I'd say it's like 1.5 cups of white rice, cup of ground beef, 100 grams or so, and then some banana peppers on top. This is not my normal situation, but I'm just like, this is the best I can do right now. So I think that's gonna be the last thing I eat today. I'm gonna have a cookie for dessert. The fast should start around like 7:15, 7:20. So let's go. So I'm going to be honest, Wednesday is one of those days where food and workouts get sketchy if I'm not on top of it, such as this day. Firstly, my fast ended at 10:50 a.m., but I didn't have time to eat breakfast, so around noon I had about 12 of these chips I bought while I was out. Freaking love these hot chips. Once I got home for lunch, I finished my last salmon fillet with rice and broccoli, eating some rice cakes with peanut butter and a chocolate chip cookie for dessert after. I was chilling for a little bit, but by this point I realized that I may be treading a dangerous line for my future self and need some more calories, so then I also had this granola bar. And just like that, 6 p.m. came around and it was time for my lower body workout, aka death. It is 6:42 p.m. on Wednesday, and I'm about to do my leg day. Leg day is a very important day because it is absolutely, of all the things I do, the hardest day of the week for me. Like, I'd rather go on a run than do leg day. Not to say I hate it, but I think my energy output is just significantly higher. And I also want you to know that if you do decide to take on my own personal lower body day, bro, you need to eat. Today was a very sketchy eating day. I don't even think I ate enough, so I'm going to definitely have a big fat meal after I do this workout. Anyway, I'm going to do my workout. You guys will see. Pray for me. Okay, so for my lower body day, instead of doing supersets, we're just working in sets. There's 5 exercises. You're repeating each 3 times, and you're going to be on for 50 seconds, or if you want to count reps, do 12 to 15 as normal. I'm using 20-pound dumbbells for this, so we're starting off with weighted glute bridges. You're going to do your normal reps, making sure you just go straight up and down. Don't arch your back. Really squeeze those glutes up at the top. Then you're going to do pulses for at least 5 to 10 seconds, and then at the end, you're going to do just a straight bridge hold for 5 to 10 seconds. This is going to burn. So if it is too hard, instead of doing that pulse and that hold for all 3 sets, just do it for the last one to finish strong. Then we go into sumo squats. These are my favorite. You just want to make sure you have a shoulder width stance. Instead of going straight up and down, you kind of want to lean forward so that you have that glute activation. Then we're going to do some RDLs. Please watch your form on these because you will absolutely throw your back out if you're not doing it right. If you need to, go lighter on the weight or even just use body weight to get your form correct before you add heavier weight. And if you want this to be more glute focused instead of hamstring focused, just bend more at the knees when you go down and come up. Then we're going to go into some reverse lunges. These are also my favorite. If you want to work your inner thighs more, keep the dumbbell on the inside of you. If you want to work your outer thighs, keep the dumbbell on the outside of you. And make sure you hinge forward to really activate those glutes. We end on some calf raises, and you can either do a second position stance or a first position stance, and make sure you're controlling on the way up and the way down. Don't just plop straight down. And we only have 2 burnout finishers again. We're just going to do some resistance banded glute bridges. You can either do full range of motion or you can do half pulses. And for the second one, we're just doing resistance banded glute kickbacks. These burn, and then you're done. Just so y'all know, this is definitely enhanced by the fact that this room is, hold on, you saw that right, 81 degrees. So definitely sweating. As you can tell, energy is like literally so down. Some ground beef and banana peppers. We're gonna put this on the tortilla. I'm gonna take that leftover shell from the other day, place that on my half. Oh, I'm so bad at this. My tortilla stuck to the pan, but y'all got the vision. My goodness. Can you tell I'm already over this? I'm gonna add a pinch of cheese. This is so funny. Girl, even the plate, oh my gosh. Do you guys ever have literally just one scoop of ice cream? And this is my scoop. All right, eat off the spoon. Good morning, guys. So for breakfast today, we're gonna have something super simple. This is just 3 heaping scoops, or probably 4 heaping scoops of that same Greek yogurt I used earlier. We're going to pop this in the creamy with a little bit of Fairlife milk, salt, and a pinch of like vanilla syrup for some flavoring, and just have some yogurt for breakfast. I like this because it goes down easy, you get your protein, everything, so let's do it. Okay, hello guys. It is 8:00 p.m. on Friday and I've been in that bed all day. I had some pretty gnarly cramps. It was just feeling so tired, so I was just gonna be like, I'll chill and handle the workout and steps when I get there, and now we there. On days like this, especially if I'm kind of going through period stuff, I'm a little bit more lax on my 10k steps, but I do still want to hit at least like 7,000 max, you know. And as I said, Fridays are kind of a freestyle full body day for me. This is when I get to try out some new workout videos that I've been looking at, and MadFit dropped 2 new ones. She dropped a 30-minute Dua Lipa dance workout, as well as I think a 15-minute standing arms and abs. So I'm gonna kind of use that as a Pilates arms and abs and just use my little 4-pound dumbbells. So we're doing a little bit of cardio mixed with a little bit of strength, but it's all good, chill vibes. The reason why I'm in my room is because it is literally 90 degrees in the sunroom right now and it's 70 in here, so I don't want to sweat my balls off. And yeah, we're also doing cardio today because I'm bloated, and a surefire way for me to reduce my bloating is to get some dancing in, get some cardio in. It's good, chill vibes. I literally burp and fart the entire way through, so it's great. I love it. But yeah, if you want to try out these videos, I'll make sure to put them up in the iCard up there so you can click them. But I think that's all I gotta say, so without further ado, let's go. Don't underestimate it. It's so fun. That was so fun. Literally so fun. I was not expecting that. Okay, so why was that actually so fun? So I'm officially at nearly 5,000 steps now. I'm literally gonna end my night just finishing my steps. I'm still not really hungry because my stomach like physically hurts and I don't want to add food on top of that. Please don't yell at me. It's Saturday, no run because I'm bleeding. So let's go to those results. Hello guys, editing Irlane, ready to close out this video, give my thoughts on the before and after. So obviously there's not any huge, big, substantial changes, but I will say for someone who's still on her period, I am so happy that I look virtually the same, because what's gonna happen as I go back to normal, all that period bloat and water is going to dissipate, and underneath will be a nice cut, shredded appearance, especially with all the walking and stuff that we're gonna be doing. So it's literally gonna be perfect. I'm totally happy and satisfied. Sorry if these were underwhelming befores and afters for you, but the main point of this video was just to share my workout routine, what I eat, and all the things, because you guys were asking. But if you enjoyed this video, I really hope you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to my channel, what's up? My name is Irlane. I am 24, and I really do thank you for watching and hanging out with me for like 30 something minutes. If you want to follow me on socials, I'm literally at irlanesaintcyrbusiness on everything, but everything that is not that will be in the description below. I have my card website. But I love you so much. I thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see y'all in the next video. First up.